How much does it cost to travel the USA on a motorcycle? Let's get into the video. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time coming to the channel, my name is Tall, and this is YouTube channel Traveling Tall, and the channel is about, you guessed it, motorcycles and traveling and product tutorials, reviews, motorcycle debuts, all of those things. But today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how much I paid traveling across country, and I'm going to show you or tell you how you can save some money. And it doesn't cost as much as you think. I'm not gonna keep you holding on to how much it costs. I'm gonna tell you up front how much it costs. It cost me $2,500. Now, why did it cost me $2,500? Because I had a blowout on my tire on my motorcycle, and that was $530 to put a rear tire on my motorcycle. So if I didn't pay for the rear tire, the blowout that I had, it would have been right at $2,000. Now, how can you stay in 5-star resorts and do all these things going across country for 11 days for right at $2,000? And it could have been cheaper. Let me share with you how I did it. It's so much more affordable if you take a road trip with your friends. For instance, on this trip, I went with Big Herc and Tez. So we split everything besides the gas and besides the food 3 ways. The lodging is the most expensive thing that you're going to spend on a road trip. So let's talk about this. We stayed in a luxury 5-star resort, the Venetian in Las Vegas. Now, one thing that we did, we booked it on Priceline. If you book your hotels on Priceline, you can save a lot of money. Not sponsored by Priceline. I'd like to be sponsored by Priceline if you're listening. But just pause just a second with that. I'll also make a video showing you or telling you how you travel across country on a motorcycle. Because a lot of you right now want to book hotels before you even leave. And if you're doing it that way, you're doing it wrong. Do not book a hotel on a road trip before you leave. And if you want to know why, comment below and I'll make another video telling you how and why I do the road trips the way that I do them. But anyway, let's go back to it. So Priceline. If you book on Priceline, you can save a ton of money. I got the Venetian hotel for around $240. That's tax and everything. And if you split it 3 ways, that is around $80 a piece. $80 a piece for a luxury hotel, 5-star hotel, right on the Las Vegas Strip. Now, we were only staying there one night. We would not do this the whole trip. We was just splurging for that one night. But this room was huge and we had a suite. If you have 3 friends with you, we always are looking for hotels that have a double and a pull-out sofa. And we would rotate to see who has to, well, not has to, sometimes people would volunteer. I would volunteer to sleep on a pull-out, Hurt would and Tez would. We just was never a big deal arguing who's gonna sleep on the pull-out sofa. But we'd have 2 double beds and a pull-out. So we looked for hotels that could accommodate that. And hotels mainly ran around $140. The main ones we like to stay at was the Embassy Suites and Home to Suites. The reason being for that is because they have 2 queen beds and a pull-out sofa in this huge room. And sometimes they have a refrigerator and a stove. It was just nice to have a big room, even though we didn't use the stove. We did use the microwave sometimes heating up stuff. But Home to Suites is a nice one. But the Embassy Suites is the #1 pick. And the reason for that is the Embassy Suite has this huge suite. You have 2 queen beds, and then in a whole separate room, you have the pull-out couch. That is a queen bed itself. 2 televisions. And this is why we stay in the Embassy Suites. They have made-to-order breakfast. So in the morning, you go downstairs, it's a buffet, but they have made-to-order omelets, made-to-order eggs, anything. You can get anything you want on them omelets. They'll fix it for you right then and there. But most people don't know this, that the Embassy Suites will also fix you pancakes. So if they have a grill, they fix eggs, omelets, and pancakes. And most people don't know about the pancakes. So now you know, the next time you go to the Embassy Suites, ask for the pancakes. They'll cook them fresh for you right on the grill. On this trip, we didn't just stay in all luxury hotels. We did stay one night in a cabin. If you want to take that cost down from $2,000 to like $1,400 or less, stay in a KOA cabin. Bring your own sleeping bag, your washcloth, and all that type of stuff, because they don't have washcloths and towels, but you bring that stuff. They have showers there. You stay in a KOA cabin. The KOA cabin, for some reason, this one was $110, but I've seen them as low as $75 when me and my dad went on our trip across country. $75, and I've even seen them for $55 before, now that I think about it, but this is in 2026, and that was way back in 2019. So yes, they have went up a little bit, but the KOA cabins, they're awesome because you can park your motorcycles right outside. So you're not worried about anybody messing with your motorcycles. And you have your bathhouse where you have showers and sink and toilets and everything to get ready, and a washer and dryer if you need anything to wash clothes. Always a good place to stay is the KOA. $75 is probably about the average for those little primitive cabins. There's no bathroom inside the cabin. So anytime you need to use the restroom, you have to walk out to the restroom. That's probably, I don't know, probably not even 100 feet away. If you're just laying down and moving on the next day, a KOA cabin will do the trick for you, and you can save some money. And another thing to save money on the KOA cabin is to get the membership. You pay $30, I think, for the membership, and you get 10% off. And it is stackable. So if you're a veteran, they give you 10% off, and you get 10% off for being a KOA member. So you're saving 20% off. Definitely check that out. KOA also has some premium cabins. Me and my wife and my mom and brothers and sisters went out to California and stayed in those. They have bathrooms, beds, linens, everything. It's just like a hotel. They can hold up to more than 3 people. So sometimes if you got a larger group, those are the way to go. So we covered a lot of ground on this trip. On these last trips, we went to all the way from Tennessee to California, stopping at places like in Utah, Mexican had Forrest Gump Hill, Las Vegas Strip. We went to San Francisco, saw the Golden Gate Bridge. We went down the Pacific Coast Highway. We went to Dallas, Texas. We went to Albuquerque, New Mexico. We went to Oatman, Arizona, Kingman, Arizona, Suleman, Arizona, and rode down the iconic Route 66. But with covering all those miles, one thing you're going to need, the second cost, is gas. Gas is going to be the second cost. So here's the thing. Most people will just get off the interstate. When I'm traveling, I do the same because of convenience. I get off the interstate and go right to the travel center where I can get gas, eat, and use the restroom in one stop. 3 things in one stop. However, if you get gas in town, it's always going to be cheaper than at the travel center. Make sure that you're paying attention to those Walmart fuel centers and stuff like that as you're about to enter into town. The rule that I've found is they usually have a truck stop on this side of town, and then you go through town and they have a truck stop on the outside of the town. And if I don't stop here, as I ride through town and I don't see a Walmart close or an exit saying that there's a Walmart or something where I can save gas, then I'll just get gas on the other side of town. But I'm telling you, you can really save a lot of money, 10 cents, 15 cents a gallon, by stopping to get gas in town where the locals buy. Now, I'm not going to drive a long distance to go to a Quick Trip or a Walmart or a Wawa or whatever. But if it's right off the exit, I'll definitely stop by there and get that. So before you even say it, I'm not putting Walmart gas or Wawa gas in my bike when I'm around town. But on the highway, when I'm going to burn it out and it's not going to sit in the tank, I will use that gas. Okay, guys, so I'm almost done, but here's a bonus tip. If you're going across country, the best thing to do is pay on one credit card. Find you a credit card that's going to give you bonus points for using it at the gas pump, bonus points for staying in hotels, bonus points for dining. That trip that you're spending money that you're going to pay off that credit card when you get home, make sure that it's making you points. You use the one that gives you the most points because that can finance the next trip. All right, guys, hopefully this helped you. Again, if you want me to make a video telling you how I do road trips, a more detailed video telling you how I plan my stops and my hotel stays and all those things, I'll be happy to do that. But you have to put it in the comment section below. But guys, if I can encourage you to get out and make some memories on these motorcycles, do it, because me and my friends, we took the journey of a lifetime. I've been across country several times. I've been with my friends. I've been with my wife. I've been with my dad, and it has been fantastic every single time. Hopefully this helps to get you out on your trip. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more like it, please subscribe. Again, thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Keep gliding, and as always, have a blessed day.